The Courting by Meinekeime, Chapter 35. And the winner is Harry's point of view. I stood up, smoothing out my black dress. I walked around my suitors slowly. Harry, I heard Oliver ask. I would not answer them. It would defeat the purpose of the last challenge. Patience. Like every other person in the world, I do have mood swings, and I want to see if my suitors would be able to have enough patience for me. I won't talk to them for 5 minutes, and not answer any of their questions. Whoever got angry was out. After 1 minute, I saw Jackson getting nervous, batting his ears together. Harry, I heard Oliver again. The only person that didn't utter a word or show any reaction was Draco. The one thing he was doing was following me with his eyes. 1, Father said, informing me that I only had 1 minute left. I stopped in front of Jackson. He seemed to have calmed down, as did Oliver, and Draco, well, he was the same as in the beginning. Harry, I heard Mother. Jackson, Oliver, you two passed the last challenge. I said. Draco seemed surprised that I hadn't called him too, but not angry. Good. You passed too, of course. I gave Draco a playful smile and stepped away from them. That was the easy part for me. The next part would be harder. And it wouldn't be my decision who would win the courting. I tried to concentrate all my will into the magic in my right arm and saw a green frog swirl around my hand. I slowly approached Jackson first because he had immediately understood and let his magic. It was a pale orange with a slight red tinge. I touched his hand, but after a second, I started feeling uneasy and I was thrown back. Father caught me, and I shook my head to get this tingling feeling out. Jackson slumped. He gave me a sad smile. He was out, sadly. Next was Oliver. He had a lavender gray frog around his right arm. I didn't even touch him before I was kicked back. Mother was at my side instantly. Harry, are you okay? He asked, and I nodded. Oliver was out too. His face was emotionless. I couldn't read his feelings in any way. All my hopes were on Draco now. His arms clouded with a gray-blue fog, and he extended his hand for me with a loving smile. I slowly grabbed his hand, scared to be hit against the wall again, but there was nothing for the first second. Then a warm, happy feeling spread through my body. Draco had to grip me. If not, I would have broken down from all the happiness. I leaned against him and heard applause, and Mother giving Father money. Did they bet? That can't be true. What did you do, Malfoy? Oliver screamed and tried to pry me from Draco, but the blonde had been faster and I had been thrown behind him. Oliver, don't! You two just aren't meant to be. Be happy for Draco, Jackson said in a desperate attempt to calm him down. Shut your mouth, McClare. I spent a fortune on this courting, just to find out that I'm not compatible with you? No. Now back away, Malfoy, so I can teach my wife a lesson. He screamed, pushing Draco. I didn't like this. I was scared. Draco didn't budge, but he didn't attack Oliver either. Hey, Oliver, this is Harry and not your wife. Accept it, move on, Draco said while standing in front of me, but Oliver gripped his wand. Somebody do something. He didn't say a word, but I saw the tip of his wand glow orange. I hid behind Draco, who still hadn't moved. The light got more intense. Expelliarmus, I heard, and Oliver's wand through the room. There was Neville, his wand out. Gosh, you Oliver Smith interfered with the Veela law, and for that you are arrested. We will punish you in the way we see fit, Neville said, and put a petrifying charm on him, before teleporting him off to another enforcer. Another enforcer went with him, and Jackson and Draco were by my side immediately to check on me. When everything had cooled down, Draco turned around and held both my hands. Now that that's finished, let's come back to the important part. He slowly sank down onto one knee and pulled out a black box. Now tell me, Harry, Marvolo Prince Grant, will you do me the honor and make me the happiest Veela alive and marry me? He opened the box to reveal a gold ring with a green stone. I jumped up and down, my hands in front of my face. I was so excited I forgot how to speak for a moment. Yes, of course, I answered him. Draco stood up, slipping the ring into my finger. I felt his lips on mine, and they were smooth and soft, and I didn't want to let go of him. It was just so great. Now, stop it, you two. You still have your wedding night. Father, you little... This had been my first kiss, and it was ruined by my own father. Draco chuckled and led me back to my seat. I made him sit down so that I could sit on his lap. I wanted to tease my father and feel his strong chest again, warm and muscular, just like I remember. And now to the game of tonight. End of chapter 35.